This is News Channel 5's Nightside.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News Channel 5's Nightside. I'm Dale Hoffman.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Vera Reyna. In October, the Wardville community lost a 22-year-old mother and her 2 toddlers to a house fire. Well, last night, the community lost another neighbor to a fire. This was the scene on the 100 block of John Thomas Road in Wardville last night. The State Fire Marshal's office tells us that lifelong resident Catherine Jones died in that fire. Jones's daughter Barbara Nash was burned in the blaze and being treated for her injuries. And tonight's top story, News Channel 5's Larry Collins talks to a community trying to cope with losing yet another member to a fatal fire.
Last night, Wardville residents awoke to a scene they've seen before. Firefighters and flashing red lights, and word that one of their neighbors had perished in a blaze.
I saw these fire trucks and big old, it was just smoke, and I didn't know. Oh no, I said, that's Miss Catherine, just like that. And that's the way I just left it,
Woodrow Holmes is the nephew of the victim, Catherine Jones. He looks at the remains of her home and is haunted because he lives in the house behind hers, and he wasn't able to save her.
I suppose if someone would have got to me in time, I probably could have gotten out. I don't know. I just regret that I was so close, yet so far I couldn't do anything.
They say Miss Catherine, as she's called, loved fishing and taking long walks down John Thomas Road when she was in better health.
Nobody knows how long she had. She had somewhat of an ailment, was receiving treatment, so I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, but I know she'll be greatly missed, very, very missed.
Woodrow emotionally looks on to the place his aunt died and battles feelings of helplessness because he wasn't able to assist in rescuing her from the fire.
She is gone. I really hate that. Really, really hate it. One of the few surviving close relatives, the real close blood relatives that I have in the area was hard.
In Wardville, Larry Collins, News Channel 5.
The State Fire Marshal's office is still investigating the cause of that fire. They do say, however, the house did not have functioning smoke detectors. Alexandria City Councilman Chuck Fowler has been fined $2,500 for violating state ethic rules. Fowler did some printing business with Clico, which also does business with the city. Fowler said that he got a legal opinion years ago that he thought cleared him to do the work. He told News Channel 5 that he, in effect, had self-reported the violation because he did not think he was in violation at all.
Judge Stephen Beasley in Sabine Parish wants an investigation into how the money in the 11th Judicial District is handled. That district is comprised of Sabine and DeSoto parishes. Today, Judge Beasley met with a representative of the legislator's auditor's office. Now, he says the funds are not being properly administered. Beasley says the investigation may result in a full-scale audit or simply a list of recommendations for improving the bookkeeping methods. Manny Mayor Ken Freeman has resigned in protest from the Sabine River Authority. Freeman says he disagrees with a legal settlement that permits the drawdown of Toledo Bend for electricity generation. He says this appears to him to be a violation of state law and the state constitution. Freeman has been on the authority for about 6 years.
The man responsible for coordinating military relief efforts for Hurricane Katrina affected areas spoke before a Senate committee today. The lawmakers are reviewing the government's handling of the Katrina disaster. More specifically, they're looking at the Defense Department's role. Lieutenant General Russell Honore was one of the key witnesses before that panel.
We hold obligation to our citizens that it does not appear that they're waiting on us to come rescue them. We hold true to our oath that we will support and defend them, and when that doesn't happen, it hurts us to our heart.
Lieutenant